I met a young lady once, someone who was very attractive, very beautiful woman, very open-minded. Within that path, me and that young lady, we actually went crazy with each other. You know what I mean? We were doing the unexpected. We were having fun. You know, we're doing everything that young people would feel comfortable doing. Within that path, we forgot or we did not think about some of the important things that we needed to discuss. You know, things like what the relationship was going to be all about, or if it was a relationship to begin with. And somewhere down the line, we ended up having our first heated discussion. I don't want to call it argument. And within that path, we also realized that we never had a chance to talk about exactly what we wanted. And the reason we're having that heated discussion is because she asked me what exactly we were at that time. And around that time, I was young. I just got out of a breakup. I did not want anything serious. You know, I did not feel comfortable re-engaging myself into another relationship. It was beneficial for me to, lay low, not do anything for the time being, and enjoy my life. But from the time that me and that young lady got together, we never had a chance to talk about it. And from that point, we continued to do what we wanted to do without even approaching each other's task. As far as where are you in my life? As far as what's your long-term goals? What are your short-term goals? What's important to you? How do you see life? Important questions, things that most of us do not remember to ask, especially if we are in the middle of our honeymoon terms. And the story had to hit a complete rupture because despite how amazing it is to have fun with someone, at some point, you're gonna have to wake up and find yourself into deep reality. You know what I mean? And within that path, it got me to think about the amount of people who've made the same mistake. The amount of people who ended up having kids without even realizing that they never had a foundation to begin with. They were just having fun. It was just a moment. They were trying to escape life. They found somebody they thought understood what they were doing, but simply because they never had that discussion, it ended up being another waste of time. And as I said, having a child with somebody whom you don't know anything about tend to complicate things. Not even that, it complicate things, Thank God this did not happen with me. We ended up breaking up or not talking anymore because it was never a relationship. But for the many of us, for the best of us, this have actually happened. It's quite easy for this to happen. It's quite easy to find yourself in a relationship without even talking about the terms of that relationship, because especially as young folks, we tend to just live with the time. We tend to go crazy over the rainbow, enjoy ourselves, which is completely normal, which is completely expected for a young person, you know what I mean? But for some of us who had to deal with the complicated terms, I think it's always important to keep that one thing in mind. If you're gonna be in somebody's life, it's important to talk about the ups and downs. It's important to talk about the long terms. It's important to lay down the fears. It's important to take time from that honeymoon phase to really sit down with each other to understand exactly the values from each party. It's important to have that in mind. And as difficult it might sound for a lot of people, love requires partnership. Yes. It requires constant togetherness, consistency, reciprocity. It requires communication. And sometimes you don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and find out there's no light. You need to establish that pattern before you find yourself lost. So yeah, this is story time with Peace, Love, Happiness 101. I wanted to share this with you guys, knowing that some of you have probably done so. Maybe you didn't think about that. Knowing that sometimes talking about things like that might actually bring you back bad memories, but it's a simple reminder as far as why it's important to think about things like that. It's very important to really see things through before it gets worse. So the next time you've decided to get in a relationship, regardless of how happy the person makes you, regardless of how important the person feels to you, the first thing you need to do is to talk about it. Talk about it. The first date, the second date, the third one, you find yourself catching feelings, talk about it. Tell the person how valuable you see them already, so they could understand this is true. Something is going on. It's not just about the dates. It's not just about the laughters. It's not just about you laying your head on his shoulder and looking at the stars. It's not just about the good times in the bedroom. It's not just about the good food. It's not just about all the happy things that's been going on for the two of us. You have to know what the person is thinking. Is he thinking ahead? Is she thinking ahead? What is it that she's trying to do? How important does the person see you in their lives? You don't want to wake up one day and having to ask that question and find out that the person wasn't even ready to even have that discussion with you, or the person probably never was ready. Because we meet people in different times, we meet people within different steps of their lives. And sometimes, despite the fact that we might not want things to go the way they go, it's life. Things happen. And that's why you have to vehicle your language by using words. Ask the person exactly what this is all about. Tell them exactly what you're all about. Let them know. Have those feelings known ahead of time, before the feelings becomes misery. And that misery is going to bring baggages. That baggage is going to bring trust issues and all the bad things that we don't want to talk about right now. So yeah, always remember to talk about that, because it will save you time and it will save you bad energy. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Peace.